Hello everyone, it's Roktan with a rant. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I finally have a subject that I am passionate about and what I really want to cover, and it's about Apple iPods and how the fact that Apple has decided to no longer make them, and I find that to be a big issue. Here we go. So, here's the story. Thanks to tax refunds, I finally had enough money to buy a new iPod with a bigger capacity. I have a lot of music, and my old 150 to 160 gig nano iPod isn't cutting it anymore. So I wanted to get a new one of the newer iPod Touches, the 7th gen ones, and get one that was 256 gigs worth of space. Because my 151 is full. It's full to the brim. Problem is, as I said, Apple recently stopped making the iPod Touch. In fact, they're not even making iPods at all anymore. And because of that, everyone was snapping them up. I know this because I called the Apple Store at the Mall of America. All because they weren't available on Amazon anymore. Like the one when I had one in my wish list and now it wasn't available. So I called them, no luck. They were all gone, all sold out. So I just decided to try other online stores. Target, Best Buy, Walmart, even Staples. Not a single one had the 256 gig model. The only way I could get one was from eBay sellers in China who still had a few. Most of them, though, had no 7th gen models available at all. So I ended up ordering one, realized quickly I had made a mistake, and then was having it shipped to the wrong address. The thing is, I don't want packages sent to my apartment because of possible theft. Reason I say that is because the mail carriers here often just leave the packages that don't fit in the mailboxes just laying out in the mailroom, which isn't locked. Basically, the way our apartment works is there's a door that you just open and then it leads straight into the mailroom, and then there's a second door. That's the door that leads into the apartment proper. That's where you have to be buzzed in or have a key. Plus, I've actually had something stolen before, which is why I stopped having packages sent to my apartment. But for some stupid reason, I couldn't just change the shipping address of the original order, even though I had just made it in the last few minutes. So I had to cancel it and made a new order of the same model to send it to the correct address, which is my group home company's office, which is safer because they don't have that issue. I mean, they do have like a mail, their office does have like a mailbox system similar to ours, but at least they don't have like a bunch of different tenants all in one place, so no one's going to touch my stuff except the people at Pathways. And they just bring it into the office and they leave it there until I can come and get it. So anyway, I suddenly get a call from Wells Fargo about fraudulent activity because of all these purchases that I had to make. And now I have to confirm what's happening. By the way, I had to wait a few days before the original purchase I accidentally got refunded. The whole situation sucked. So imagine this. This is just screwed up. The timing of this. Finally getting the money to buy a new iPod Touch, the one that I wanted. Then I can't get one normally because they're not available. I accidentally ordered it to the wrong place. Had no choice but to reorder. And then I have bank troubles. Also, because of where it's being shipped I had to wait until next month before it would arrive. So, like I said, I also found out Apple iPods aren't being made anymore. You can't even find them listed on the Apple online store. Basically, if you can't get your hands on an iPod now, you would have to get an iPhone to use iTunes on the go. And I think Apple's making a huge mistake by doing this. Not everyone wants to use their phone as an all-in-one device. Also, iPhones don't have SD card slots. You have to get a special SD card reader adapter if you want to hold more space for things like music or pictures, for example. But not everyone would want to just give up their current phone plan, which I'm assuming you would have to do, just to switch to an iPhone, just so they can use iTunes on the go. Apple really would need to start making iTunes compatible with other phones besides their own. However, the best decision would have been not to cease production of the iPods. They have the most convenient, on-the-go music player on the market. And all because streaming is becoming more popular, they want to stop. Not everyone likes streaming music. And not everyone has great internet either to do it. I've heard they're eventually going to shut down the iTunes store too, so you can't even buy music digitally anymore. It's going to be all streaming. So you can't own your music anymore digitally. I'm saying let people have a choice. I want to buy my digital music and own it. I can make copies of it onto a physical hard drive to keep forever if something should happen. And as much as I'd be okay with going back to physical CDs if I could, there's a couple of problems with that. One, not everything I have on my iTunes is available on CD. Some of it I downloaded it off the internet from websites. Two, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I don't have that much space for all the CDs I would have to hold, because I have a lot of music. And I buy a lot. I really hate how technology is moving towards a future of not owning anything you buy anymore, unless you're willing to spend tons of money to get it from like third-party sellers, because CDs are usually more expensive than iTunes albums most of the time. And like I said, you're going to have to spend more money to get it from third-party sellers depending on rarity. And then, of course, you have to have the space in your place to hold all this stuff. So things are changing for music lovers that want to keep their music in some way and own it, instead of just streaming it from things like Spotify or Apple Music. And I myself, as one of them, who liked to own the digital music and like the convenience of that, I don't like the way things are going. This has been Roktan, signing off. Snick.